Okay, Sagittarius, let's get it going, baby. I think I just want to add somebody in here. Oh my gosh. I don't even remember. There. Ah, I do remember. Yeah. Alrighty, so I just wanted to get somebody jumped in right here real quick because they always want to know. So I always want y'all knowing with me. All right, let's dive into it. The cards is already clean. We about to shuffle them. We're gonna dive into your reality using a small deck of cards, Sagittarius, which is pretty much just gonna give the details of what's going on. Like whether it's the past, present, or future, you will be able to identify if it already happened in your reality or if it didn't happen, and it's possible that it might happen in your reality. Now, we're gonna go ahead and dive into the bigger deck of cards after we've dove into the smaller deck of cards. The bigger deck of cards are pretty much just going to give us confirmations to what we are already seeing in the smaller deck of cards. So with that being said, I'm just shuffling them up here. Make sure the energy is all mixed in. Let's get it going, baby. Okie dokie. We already got one card. I just want to put it here so you guys can see. I don't have much table space. So, pardon me. Alrighty. So we already got the Ace of Swords here, Sag. We got the Sun reversed. We got Nine of Swords. Look how it just fell on my finger. I'm going to leave it like that. That one fell on top. So those go like that. Well, actually stay like that. Okay. Let's read what we got here going on. We got these two cards here. That's something separate. Then we got these three cards here. So this is the first situation we're about to dive into. I got the Ace of Swords here. This card, I have a lot of swords here, actually. Both these cards are swords. Swords is represented by the air sign. The air sign is Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. I'm only mentioning it because Sagittarius, your polar opposite sign is Gemini. So for there to be so many swords in here, and the swords is represented by the air sign, I figured let me mention that to you just in case there's a Gemini in your reality. So the Ace of Swords represents a hollow victory. A hollow victory means that no matter how you try to assess into a situation, this is going to be the outcome regardless, no matter how much you try, no matter how much you don't try, or whatever you decide to do, it don't matter because the outcome is going to be a hollow victory. So that's what that means. And I want to say that because of whatever that situation is connected to, this is representing how you feel about it, your emotions. And this right here is pretty much just showing that you're not happy, that it's the Sun card. The Sun card is reversed. Also, I like to say that the Sun card is represented by Leo. I'm not too sure if it is. I don't think so. I think there's another card that's represented by Leo. But when I do think of the Sun is definitely a representation of Leo because that is the planet that rules Leos, which is the Sun. And that card here is sitting here reversed. That card also represents happiness and stuff like that. So because it also represents innocence. Like, look at the child here with no clothes on. Like, look at the white horse here, like the purity, the sun, the sunflowers. Like, it has so much purity, happiness, and innocence in this card. But for this card to be reversed, it's just showing that this is your reality, or this is the energy that you are just in or around right now. And then you got the Nine of Swords here. No, I'm not, but I am in Florida. So then you have the Nine of Swords here, and it's pretty much just, usually when I see this card, it does mean like you took a big loss. Like, that's really what that means. Like, that card is representing that you took a big loss. Like, that's what that is. Just a little insight. This card scares me more than the Death card. Like, when I see the death card, people are like, oh my God, death. I'm like, no. Do you see what this person's doing? This card, I think, if I'm not mistaken, when I actually read about this card, it actually represents like a woman who just lost her child. Like, this represents death more than the death card itself. So when I see this card, and I never explained this in a video before, but for some reason, I feel the need to explain it to you, Sag. So for me to see this card in your reality after like the non-happiness and the hollow victories, and now it's just this sword card popping up, I really feel like you took a big loss. And if it wasn't death, like, you took a big loss that made you feel like possibly dead inside, that killed you inside. You know what I mean? You know, that drop to your stomach feeling. I want to say that that's possibly what that is. Now we have this card here that fell, and I don't know what it is. It's the Page of Cups. Okay, Sag, there is a message coming in. I don't know what it is, but somebody's coming into your reality. And once again, I'm getting Leo energy for some reason, Sag. So when you see the Page of Cups, this card literally represents messenger. So when I see this card, I'm just like, oh, message, like in Blue's Clues, envelope. So that's pretty much how I see this card. But also I see this card also like, when I see this card, I also think of Pisces because of the fact that it's a water card. Cups is for the water signs, which is Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. So, and also like in the cup, you see like a little fish, and then we all know Pisces is represented by the fish. So when I see that, I do think of Pisces. But usually I just try to go with my intuition and just let me, just to see and feel out what I'm getting from it. I'm also getting growth from that card. This is the first time I'm ever seeing this on the card, to be honest. But if you look really closely at what's on the card, it looks like flowers are growing on this person's clothing. So I just want to say that I'm seeing growth. And because it's flowers, and you literally... Wow, there's a really big synchronization in this card reading, Sag, because the flowers is representing growth. And then these two readings are separate here. Like I told you in the beginning, this is one thing and this is another before I even started reading anything. For this card to represent like death and endings and stuff, and it has flowers on it. And then this card to be a messenger card coming in and it has flowers growing. I just want to say, like, whatever you were going through or coming out of is, like, it's pretty clear that you're coming out of it and you're growing into something else or into a different type of reality. But also what I want to mention is that the King of Wands. The King of Wands is the card that falls on top of the Page of Cups. Now, the King of Wands, if I'm not mistaken, King represents fire and Wands represents fire. So we have literally like a fire card. Now this card, I would say like, it would represent Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It would represent fire. But when I got it, like for some reason, like I literally thought Leo. But then as I started to explain it, I thought Aries, to be honest. Now the only reason why I said there's a lot of Leo energies because I don't know why. Like I said, when I first saw it, I thought Leo. But the Sun card really was giving me Leo energy. For some reason, the King of Wands is really giving me Aries energy right now. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle through the smaller deck one more time just to see. Some cards fell. It's a Knight of Wands. You see, we're getting like so many wands. We're getting so many wands. All these cards fell. But it literally felt like this. Like, it didn't fall, like, sporadically. Like, it fell on top of each other just for me to see this one, the Knight of Wands. Like, we're still talking... Like, if we're not talking about you specifically, we're talking about another fire sign in your reality. But this fire sign is coming with a message. I don't know what type of message, but they're coming with the energy or the message for you to embody something, embrace something, understand something. All right, let me see real quick. We got 1, 2, Knight of Pentacles. Look, we got another Knight. Now, I think Knight represents the Earth. We got a 3 of Swords here. And you know what's funny? It's the Knight of Pentacles, and Pentacles represents Earth. So if Knight represents Earth and Pentacles represent Earth, it's like, why is there so many people, why is there so many cards that are falling, and they're falling? Why are there so many cards that like have a strong energy, like a double energy? Like, we're talking about a King of Wands, we're talking about like fire, we're talking about Knight of Pentacles, we're talking about earth. Like, what the heck? Like, what are we about to get? The Queen of Cups? That's like water. You get what I'm saying? So that's pretty much like what I'm seeing right now in the reality. I don't see the Queen. The Queen of Cups didn't pop up. Dave, my energy's strong. What's going on? So these are the 3 cards. You can't really see them. These are the 3 cards that just fell. Right? This one fell first. The 4 of Cups. It pretty much it's just showing that there's an opportunity there, but you're like being stubborn and you don't want to take that opportunity. So, and I feel like this is the opportunity that's coming with the message. Yo, I appreciate you for listening to me talk my shit. And then the Knight of Pentacles is here as well. So this card is literally just showing like hold on to your money, stagnation, but slowly building as well. So be mindful of that. Then the 3 of Swords also popped up. Now, it doesn't mean like you're about to go through a heartbreak. It doesn't mean that. It just means that because Swords represents air signs. It represents intellect. It's almost as if like you're being smart about how you feel or how you're moving with your heart. So As you should. You should dive into some Gemini energy, because I want Sag energy around me. But anyway, that's just me being selfish and wanting to manifest. But alrighty, so I think we pretty much dove into that. Let me go ahead and just pull some confirmation cards for you, Sag, so we could go ahead and confirm the reality and at least put you in a direction for you to, you know, pay mind to, at least for the week. So just shuffle these real quick. I need some new cards. I just keep saying this and I don't get them. I need some new cards. All right. Let's see what's going on, Sag. We need some confirmations. Got 1, the Justice card reversed. Got 2, the Lovers card. I'm sorry if I did that. Some people are probably going to look at this and be like, you did that. Like, you manifested that card to pop up. But I did not. We got 2 cards. That's all we really need. We don't really need to dive so deep, because we dive deep with the smaller deck. So I just want to dive into the Justice card first. Has the number 11. Justice card is ruled by Libra, which is an air sign. It also deals with like legal situations, documentation, like the law, because like when you go to like the courthouse, you may see like the scale and stuff, so you know that represents Libra, the law. And there's talking about a matter, like something that you have to fix, like you have to create a balance because of something. At least that's what I'm getting from the Libra card. You created an imbalance in your reality, and the Libra card is popping up to show you that you created this imbalance, and now for you to be mindful, you're consciously aware now. I brought it to your attention so that way you could be mindful of it and create the balance that you need in your reality. Now, this is what I was saying before, when I was saying that you may just say that I manifested this because of what I said right before the card fell. It's the Lovers card. The card is represented by Gemini. So I literally just said that I said manifest some Gemini in your reality because I want some Sag energy around me. And then the Lover card popped up, which is literally the Gemini card. And it talks about love affairs and romance building and marriage or relationships and loving relationships and relatives and things that you could share with a friend. And, you know, it's so funny that this card is represented by Gemini, but Gemini is an intellectual zodiac sign. So it's just really, really like so fun. But we care in a funny way, but we care. So if anybody's going to understand how a Gemini shows love. At least a high frequency or an elevated type of person will understand would be a Sag because of the polarities, the polar opposites. What's opposite to a Sag is the Gemini. Gemini is opposite to Sag. Scorpio is opposite to Taurus. Libra is opposite to Aries. That's just what it is. We all have opposing zodiac signs. So for this card to pop up in your reality, I just want to say, like I said, like it seems as if you overcame something from the past. Like you were going through some things in the past, and then, you know, there's a messenger popping up with some type of information. So be mindful of that, or be mindful of the opportunity that comes with that message, because that's what this is, the opportunity. And then just be mindful of how that could affect your money and how you could actually build up from that opportunity. But then also with the Three of Swords, this is just be smart about what you do with your heart. That's all. Just be smart. That's really all that is. Because I'm not getting like you about to go through something. Unless you are going through something, then it relates to you. But I'm not really getting that. I'm just getting that before you go through something, like literally be mindful and pick up and watch out for whatever is in your reality. That's what I'm getting from it. Not that something happened already, but that it's possible that something can happen. But if you pay attention, you could prevent it. So with that being said, Sag, I think we pretty much covered it up here. We dove into your reality pretty deeply. I'm going to go ahead and post this video on my Facebook. In my description box is going to be the TikTok and my Instagram. You can follow me on both. And on TikTok, you can ask me any question. I'll pull a tarot card and respond to it for free. If you want to dive into your reality with me, where I could pull some tarot cards for you pertaining to your personal life, you could go ahead and click the link in my bio and you can book with me. But also, this video is going on my YouTube channel where all the horoscopes are. So if you want to actually dive into your horoscopes, whether it was last week, last month, or even a few months ago, I have a specific playlist made specially for you, Sagittarius. You can go to my YouTube channel, click the playlist, and go ahead, look for Sagittarius. And all the horoscopes that I've done this year for you are on that playlist. So with that being said, I'm sending much love and light always. I'll be back next week. We will definitely be back next week. I want to dive more into your reality and see what's going on, because it seems like there's a lot going on in your reality. But definitely, you know, that Gemini card popped up right after I said what I said. So maybe you should, like, you know, dive into some Gemini energy and balance yourself with some Gemini energy. So, and that's just something that I'm just seeing personally as I'm looking through this. So with that being said, much love and light, Sag. I hope this definitely worked out for you in your reality. We will be back next week, and I'm about to go ahead and start with Capricorn.